My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I worked for IRS for over a decade. Oh, by the way, this is the home of the 5 minute or less video. I don't ramble. I give you the information that you need. Anyway, I've worked around 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I've been doing this, God, I don't know, since 1973. So, um, anyway, if you need to get a hold of me, you can look in the description section, and you're welcome to call me for a consultation if you need to, or representation. Now, today I want to talk about a subject that is brought up an awful lot by people who call me over the phone, and I wanted to do a YouTube on it. A very important one, actually. It's what do you do if you haven't filed, if you don't know the last time you filed? What do you do with Internal Revenue Service? You know, you heard that old expression, I wished I had a buck for everyone who asked me that question as being a former agent. Man, many. So let me explain to you. First of all, don't get panicky and frantic. And you know, a lot of people who sleep over this, they don't know in fact what to do. And so let me just make some sense of this for you and calm everybody down. I don't care, first of all, what anyone else says. Really, on YouTube, there's a bunch of salespeople that like to tell you stuff. But if you want to know the truth, you always go to an old IRS agent who really knows. So this is what you do. You don't have to worry about when the last time you filed, because IRS has tax transcripts. So if you were to call me and you'd say, hey, Michael, I don't know when the last time I filed, I simply do two things. I pull up on the irs.gov portal, I pull up your account history transcript, and then I pull up your wage and income reports. IRS keeps them for 6 years. Now, sometimes they don't show up because you haven't filed in 8 and 10 years. Other times, you may have filed 5 years ago. So what you do is you work off the official IRS records. So what we do is we pull the transcripts up, see what IRS says. But no matter what, you only have to file the last 6 years. So you really don't need to worry. What IRS does is they condense everything, and they say, well, we're not going to have you, file 25 years, or because no one has that information. So IRS came up with a policy statement 5-133 that goes ahead and says very simply, file the last 6 years. You can look it up, IRS policy statement 5-133. That's it. So if you were to contact us, we'd go ahead and pull your transcript up, find in fact the last time you filed. If you're without the 6 years, past the 6 years, we still file the 6 years. And then we go ahead, file a power of attorney, and go ahead and prepare your returns. It's that simple. So many people are afraid to get back in the system, but IRS makes it very easy for you to get back in the system. Simple to get back in the system. If you're a W-2 wage earner, IRS has your W-2s and your 1099s on the wage and income report. If you've been self-employed, we just do a tax reconstruction. We find out what you made every year, and we use average figures, and we prepare your return. And then from there, we go ahead and enter the settlement process. We go ahead and find out what you're going to owe. We file your returns and sit down with you, and we figure the exit strategy out. And how do you do that? IRS has a financial statement, a 433F, a 433A, or a 433 OIC. There's different financial statements. I use the 433A being a revenue officer. I take that, I look at that, you fill it out, and we'll determine how IRS will close your case. And we try to make it a better type of closure by maybe doing things to help you do that. But the three type of ways IRS are going to close your case or exit it is by a currently non-collectible, a payment agreement, or an offer in compromise. But your current financial statement will determine how to do that. So once again, you file your returns, you pull the IRS transcript up, you sit down with your client and say, how are we going to resolve this based on your current financial statement? We explain to you the formula, and then we go to close your case with IRS. It's a very simple process. Actually, there's more anticipation and fear than most people have. I remember when I went ahead and skydived. I remember for weeks or 2 weeks before, I was worrying what that would be like. You know, I'm going up in the plane, I'm sitting at the edge, and all this anticipation. And then finally, when I went ahead and they pushed me out of the airplane and we tumbled and the chute got open, it was just the coolest thing ever. So it's kind of like doing the same thing with the parachute. You just got to trust somebody to go ahead and do that work. We are available for representation, consultation. If you like what I said, please give me a subscription. YouTube values those, and so do I. You're welcome to leave a comment about things that you didn't understand or you want me to comment or make another video, and likes are always nice. Thank you for listening. We're always available for your representation to answer your questions.